That way he can remount it his.
Okay, okay.
But
So we're gonna start with the ambulance first.
This one actually has a code, and I don't know. Only the ambulance crew
yeah.
has the code for this one. I can turn the lights on the fire truck, though. You want to see the lights on
That
that?
sounds like a good deal.
Okay, I see the back of the ambulance.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you look in there, but we typically don't have people go in there unless they're hurt. They clean it up pretty good, but we don't want you going in there and getting any germs from somebody who was
Right.
hurt or sick.
Yeah, that makes sense, Griffin. So just, you gotta look at it from out here, okay?
But when we get over to the fire truck, you can definitely get up in the fire truck.
Yeah.
So, like when we go to somebody's house, let's say somebody calls and they're having an issue, we can take this whole thing out with the bag and the monitor up there and take that in their house and check them out. And if they need to go to the hospital, load them up on here and bring them out. And on these newer ones, this is actually runs off an electric battery and it helps lift so that the crews aren't, lifting the people with the whole weight all day long.
Yeah,
it's a back saver for sure.
You for sure.
Yeah. So there's usually 2 people on here, either 2 paramedics or an AEMT and a paramedic.
Okay.
So they live here with us. This one stays here all the time. At one of our other stations, they're only there for about 12 hours of the day.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's a lot.
The fire trucks go on most of the calls, probably 80% of the calls with the ambulance.
Right, okay.
Depending on what it is.
And this is where you take them to the hospital.
No, here at the station, we're all 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So like we show up at 7 in the morning, and then we'll be here till 7 tomorrow.
Okay.
And
And
then
then
we
how
got
many consecutive days do you do that?
so we'll do that 24-hour period, and then we'll have 2 days off.
Okay.
There's a chance that in the future we're switching to doing 48 hours straight, but then having 4 days off.
Okay.
And we're actually looking forward to doing that.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you get like enough stretches of sleep time during that 48 hours? Or?
When we do those, there will be a little bit more structured effort to get that. Yeah. When we're here for just 1 day.
Oh, hey, Griff. Hey. Griff, hey. Yeah. So you're listening, right, Griffin? Okay.
So yeah, right now when it's 24, everybody kind of goes to bed at their own times and everything like that. It's not typically too bad, but once we go to that schedule.
Wow, those are so bright. Oh, those lights are so bright.
Stages coming up, what they're going to do.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I do that route.
Yeah.
It's amazing how long it was here.
apartments that you do or anything? Or you want to climb up in the back over here? Let's see what it's like back where the firefighters ride.
Yeah.
You want to go in there, Griffin?
Do you know what we call the person that drives it?
The captain.
Well, the captain actually sits in the seat over there where the computer is.
Yeah.
The one that drives it is called the engineer. So the engineer is responsible for driving it and then working all this to get water into the truck, get water out of the truck, and get us where we need to go safely.
And
The captain rides in the front right. He's got that computer up there. He's also got the radio. So he talks to the dispatcher on the radio and looks on the computer. That's the people that take the 911 calls. They type all the information in there. They'll tell us some of it on the radio, but they put most of it in there. So
Okay.
he's able to see the address. There's kind of a little map app on there so
Right.
to give us directions.
Okay.
And then we've got headsets back here. It's
Wow.
pretty loud with the sirens on
I'll
when
bet.
we're driving, so we'll put those on and we can just talk normal voice and be able to not have it mess with our hearing and hear each other.
Okay.
do you
Sounds
guys turn the siren on when you first leave?
Usually we pull out onto the road before we do it, and at nighttime. So there's certain rules. I know sometimes people in the city get a little frustrated that we have to do the sirens at night when they're trying to sleep, which we understand that. In Tennessee, there are laws about if we have the lights on, particularly coming up to intersections, we have to have the sirens on.
Sure.
There was a tragic accident many years ago where a young girl was driving, and she was a fairly new driver, and one vehicle had gone through the intersection, emergency vehicle, and she didn't see the second one, and she pulled out, and they ended up striking her, and she ended up passing away. So there's
Yeah.
the outcome of that. There's particular laws in the state of
Sure.
Tennessee
Sure.
that if these are moved with lights on, sirens also on. So
Could we see the ladder
hear that all the time,
truck?
especially the poor people that live right across the street and everything else. So we turn those on once we pull out onto the main road. And hopefully between the lights and the siren it helps with everybody seeing.
Could we see the ladder truck?
Yeah, you can check that out. So this, we actually even have a bigger one than this one. This is our reserve ladder.
That's a big ladder.
And that is a 75-foot ladder. You notice it just as the ladder in the hose. It's got a hose pipe on it. And then it doesn't have a bucket. Our larger one, which is over at Station 1, you can climb up there if you want. The larger one at Station 1 actually is 100 foot, and it has a bucket or basket on it that we can fit a few people into it.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's talk that when we open up the next station, that this might go to it.
Okay.
I don't know if they'd
Yeah.
have it as a front line at that point or keep
Is
it
that station going to be at Duplex and
in
Buckner?
Buckner Lane. I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
So with this one, it's going to be, if it starts, hopefully it's charged up. We go here, and then it is going to be, it's been a hot minute since I've been in this one, buddy. There should be, there you go. This one's a little steeper getting down, so just be careful. And this one, some of these older ones, they have some air leaks, so we have to keep these air hoses plugged up to them all the time to keep the air pressure up for the brakes.
Yeah.
So where is your like 911 dispatch center? Where
So
is that?
it is actually a little
See
further.
that?
It's not in the city.
So,
Switched over to the Williams Dispatch Center a few years ago. So they do everything from Kirkwood to here. So they're actually dispatching for civil and for fire departments.
good.
Rescue squad. The ambulance. This is Williams.
So this is like for if a cat is stuck in a tree.
If they were really high in the tree, yeah, usually we would use something like that over there. But because we have to be able to get close enough with this to set it up.
Yeah.
We definitely end up getting a decent amount of flags that are stuck and wrapped around the poles with this one. I haven't personally got a cat down with one of these, but I have used ladders like that to get the cats down.
Yeah, like if there's a fire that's in a high building.
Yep, that's exactly what we use this for. and we could use it to put the ladder up to windows to get people out or off the roof. And then if you see on the front of it, it has a really big nozzle. We can prop it up in the air and spray a whole bunch of water on the fire with it as well.
Yeah. And could you get the guys for the ambulance?
Well, I think they're resting right now, so I'm probably not going to wake them up.
Yeah.
They have been pretty busy. We haven't been as busy today, but they've been pretty busy. I know one of them is working a double shift, so we're going to let her sleep.
Yeah, okay, Griffin.
Okay.
You got a pretty good look at all the trucks.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about like the shifts or anything on the trucks or how any of it works?
Yeah. It looks pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It is a fun job and fun to ride around on.
Yeah.
So Griffin, are you all set?
Yeah. So on that one Friday before fall break, do you know what set the fire alarm off at Summit?
I don't, buddy. I don't know if I'm in on that one. They can be set off from anything from, sometimes they're working on them to set them off. Sometimes it can be somebody smoking in a bathroom sets them off. Sometimes when the weather gets real cold, water can freeze and pipes will break, and even that can set them off. There's actually quite a few things other than just fire that can set them off. Sometimes they can burn something in the kitchen and it'll set them off.
Right.
So there's a multitude of things that can make them go off. And sometimes they just have issues. We even have like spider webs set them off. So like a spider going in front of depending on the type of sensor it has.
Oh my gosh.
So it can be all kinds of things, yeah. When it gets cold also, sometimes the batteries that run the different detectors, when the battery power gets weak because it's cold, the batteries typically don't work as well in the cold. And so if they haven't been switched out every year, even a low battery can start making it go off. Like a full alarm, not just the church. So it can be a bunch of things. Were you there when it happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it kind of exciting?
Yeah.
Did they make everybody go outside for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually when it's cold out, we try to, if it's going to be any delayed, like the time where everybody's got to be outside, they'll get involved with the county and try to get buses up there to get them on so they can, be warm and dry.
I understand.
But-
When he was at elementary school, they had something like that over at Allendale.
Okay.
And they were on the buses for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. Yeah, you never know what it's going to be.
I think I just heard a call come in.
Pick it up in place. So you ready, Griffin?
Yeah. I think I might have heard a call come in.
Yeah, I heard something on one of the radios. So on the radios down here, especially the ones for the ambulance, theirs kind of project everything for all the ambulances in Williamson. Where ours typically we have it set so only for the station for the fire trucks does it go off. Theirs
okay.
they have more of an open channel so they hear when any of the ambulances.
Right, okay. All
So
right.
yeah.
Well, thank you again for
Yeah, absolutely.
showing us around.
Yeah.
And it's
y'all
blue.
stay,
It's not orange
safe.
anymore.
During the holidays.
Yeah. Hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. You traveling anywhere or staying here?
We're going to Florida Christmas Day. We're
Okay.
like just waking up, doing our thing, and then
Yeah.
hitting the road. We figured we'll get good time.
Awesome. Yeah, well, the road's pretty clear.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for coming by and checking out the trucks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too.